So that just happened.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be giving our spoiler review / thoughts on episode 4 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So if you've not seen it, definitely go watch the episode, then come back and watch here. But spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Cam, what did you think of the episode?
I thought it was great.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought it was solid.
It wasn't as good as episode 3.
No.
But I think there were parts in this episode that made it phenomenal. There were also parts that made it kind of slow.
Yeah. I think that it was a really solid episode, and we're just going to get right into it. Right out of the gate, they give us the best scene in the episode, I think. I think it's the best scene in the episode.
I think it's the best scene in the MCU, personally.
MCU?
Yes. Think about it.
Wow.
Most emotional scene in the MCU.
Okay.
Think about it.
I still disagree, but wow.
What's more emotional?
Tony Stark's death. Black Widow's death.
I'll give you Tony.
I mean, you're allowed to have that opinion, but it shocks me.
The MTVU.
Fair. It shows that Bucky's broken down. It shows him being freed from the past that he once had.
The most beautiful scene ever. It's not only is it the best acting we've seen from Bucky, but I think it's the best acting I've ever seen from Sebastian Stan, if I'm going to be honest.
I agree. Yeah.
It is.
Tanya maybe, but he killed it in this opening.
He was able to look scared and crushed and then happy and relieved, and I have no words.
And then after that scene is where the episode doesn't lose me, but it's like it took a while for me to get going. It won me over in the end, but the majority of it was like Sam, Zemo, and Bucky were trying to figure out where this Danya lady was so they could get information about her funeral to possibly confront the Flag Smashers and Carly, and that was not my cup of tea. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. We're in the 4th episode of a 6-episode show, and I was just like, oh man, we're dragging a lot here, in my opinion. And it doesn't even feel necessary yet as to why all that had to happen. I know that there was the confrontation between Carly at the end of the episode, but trim some of the fat, and that was just fat, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Anytime the Flag Smashers are the main focus on screen, my interest is not as high. Like, mainly, I feel like there's a lot of repetitive scenes where Carly is talking to another Flag Smasher who's irrelevant, whose name we don't know, and it's just the basic, we have to do this for the people, we have to do this, we have to do this. It's just like, okay, we get it. We don't need to see this 3 times an episode. And if so, make us at least try and make the audience who's watching care about it, because I never did. That's my big flaw with the show, is the Flag Smashers. I hope that by the end of it, maybe there's a turnaround. We get a lot more John Walker in this episode.
We do. I think that I agree. I think that there's a lot of the Flag Smashers happening, and I don't care enough about Carly to be getting so many scenes with her. The only scene where I wasn't necessarily bored is when she was talking to Sam, because that scene actually like provided value, I think, to moving the episode forward, not just like rehashing the stuff we already know about the Flag Smashers and like what they're doing for the people. Are you
talking about the scene where it shows that he's understanding Sam?
Yes.
And it shows that he's just a good person who's ready to take on the mantle of Captain America. That was the best scene with Carly, for sure. Zemo smashes these serums and he shoots Carly. And then, of course, John Walker walks in and there's 1 tube of serum left. And he puts it in his pocket and he takes it later in the episode off screen, as we find out. Yeah.
He's so irritating.
So now he has the serum in him, and it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out down the road. I'll talk about him again at the end, but there is a quick scene we want to talk about with the Dora Milaje.
Yeah, so they all kind of go back to this like safe house, I think, with Zemo, and John and Lamar come barging in, and they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I don't even know what they're saying. All I know is that John is irritating to listen to, and I wish he would shut up. Oh no, there was a good line from Sam. He was like, I don't know who you think you are, but the only thing you're running in here is your mouth. The Dora Milaje comes in, and they beat John Walker up, and it's great.
Yeah, I don't like John Walker at all. He's definitely an anti-hero, and I hesitate to use the word hero because, as we see, his friend Lamar Hoskins does die at the hands of Carly, so that sets him off after he takes the serum.
Jarring.
He's got a ton of rage. Yeah, Lamar Hoskins' death, I was like, oh, he's dead? I was like, oh, they killed him?
I thought he like just got a
because
concussion.
In the MCU, they do so many violent acts to people where they just are fine, scot-free. For example, the shield gets thrown at Zemo's face, and there's like nothing on his face. There's not even a bruise. He probably would have broken his nose, but it's fine. The MCU always does that. But yeah, Lamar Hoskins dies. I guess the whiplash snapped his neck and killed him.
I don't know what it was, but I wasn't expecting it.
But that sets him off. John Walker goes out, kills a Flag Smasher who was not at fault, bashes his chest in with the shield, There's a lot of blood. I think that this scene would have been more impactful had there been more blood. Perhaps it was shot where we just see a shot of him smashing it and there's blood going on his face. It would have been more impactful in my opinion. I know the MCU strays away from super violence, but sometimes that's necessary to get a point across in my opinion. But it was a great cliffhanger and everyone's recording it, so now he's going to be canceled basically.
Caught in 4K.
Yeah, he's going to be canceled for sure.
And the thing that gets me is that he kills the dude. He's looking at him. He looks up, he sees all the cameras, he sees the people filming him, and he just puts the shield back on his arm and stands there. You're not even going to try and run away? You're just chill with everyone filming you after you just killed somebody?
He's interesting to see how he plays into the story, but to root for him, I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. And I know that he was like, oh, it's an act of rage. He's not in the right, though.
I'm rooting for him.
Cap wouldn't have done that. Sam wouldn't do that. Hell, no other hero in the MCU would do that.
I'm rooting for John Walker to get his teeth bashed in by Bucky.
Yeah, I hope there's a final confrontation where he gets just destroyed.
I think that's where the next episode's going to
I think they have to throw down at this point.
pick up. It's got to be.
Yeah, I will never like John Walker. And maybe they could change his writing down the road, but right now it's going to be a tough ask for me to actually care about this character. But overall, I'll say the episode had a lot of great acting. But there were a lot of slower parts, which to me is unfortunate because the show, is only 6 episodes long. There's only 2 episodes left, and it feels like we've got a lot of ground left to cover, in my opinion. I hope they wrap it up in a satisfactory manner that leaves me like happy and fulfilled. We haven't seen much from the trailers, so I know there's going to be an epic action scene that we haven't really seen anything from, probably. So that's exciting.
Can I share that?
Yeah.
So basically, the only shots here and there that we have left that we've seen in the trailer that are like long enough shots to understand what's happening are the shots where they're like back at Sam's house or whatever. But I realized after the episode today that the 2 scenes that I was there watching them film in Atlanta haven't been on screen yet. So there's 2 really dope action scenes. I'm really excited to see those on screen.
Yeah, very exciting.
I have inside info. The beginning and the end were the best parts, which I think is a good saving grace for the episode because everything in the middle was a little bit boring, but not that boring.
Yeah, it's ended with a bang, opened with a bang. The middle, pretty lackluster, to be honest. It was still solid because the end saved it and the beginning was so great. But the middle, I was like, oh my gosh, let's get going. Let's get going. I'm sick of the flag smashers and I want more relevance to them. I want more moments between Sam and Bucky because that was what was so great about the earlier episodes is them having this internal conflict and showing their struggles and digging into that past of Bucky and digging into even Sam's life. I wish we got more of that. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have time to see that anymore. But maybe there will be a season 2 where we get to see more of that. So who knows? What do you guys think of the episode? Let us know down below. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. We will be back next week to talk about episode 5. Only 2 weeks left. Definitely go in the link down below. All of Cam's social medias are linked down there. Subscribe to her on YouTube. Follow her on TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram as well as TikTok at Filmstock, Letterboxd, Twitch at Filmstock. I do streams over there. Same with Cam. She does Twitch streams too. So check out all that stuff. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And until next time, see you guys later.